Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So let's jump on in. This is going to be the March forecast for the collective. Again, all of my readings are timeless on here, so even if you come and see this at a time that is not March or not March of 2026, that is fine. There are still ways you can use this. Timestamps are down below in the description box, so you can treat it like a pick a card reading. You can listen to the overall energy for the month and apply it to whatever month you're in. When I say treat it like a pick a card, you can choose between like the timestamps and see what you're drawn to and just apply it to whatever week you're in. Or let's say you come across this in, I don't know, September, and you're in week 3 of September. You can click on week 3 and apply it to that time, however you want to use it. If you see this at a time that is not March 2026, it's okay. General reading, take what resonates, release what doesn't, and you can always book a personal reading with me by going to my website. That will be down below in the description. My daughter's in here. She's going to be quiet. She's doing her own reading for herself right now over there. So let's go ahead and get into the general reading for the month, and then we will get into each week. Shh, quiet, baby. So the first message, okay. So one thing that's coming up is somebody who is not taking responsibility for something. So maybe you don't feel responsible for something, a particular situation. Maybe someone else is not wanting to take responsibility, whatever it is. But keep that in mind, because also this could also be that somebody is not behaving in a responsible way, because we have here the message of gambling. So that can be symbolic for several things. Again, this is a collective reading, general reading, take what resonates, release what doesn't. So for some people, maybe you feel like they're making decisions and choices that are just not responsible or beneficial for their life. Maybe it's you that's doing that. For other people, maybe there's a struggle with addiction. It's starting to really affect or impact your life. Addiction with anything, not just gambling, addiction with anything. You're basically gambling with your life, so to speak, with the choices that are being made or someone else is. So being mindful of that is going to be important. Let's see what else is coming through for overall energy of the month. We have the High Priestess energy. So really believe in what you're picking up on, right? So this also feels like in March, there's an energy of hindsight is 2020. So with some things you may be reflecting back on where it's like, oh, I knew it, I felt it, I saw it, hindsight is 2020. But now as more is unfolding, you're like, okay, I was correct. A lot of conspiracy theories are coming to light. I know I'm feeling this, like, I knew it, I was correct. You know what I mean? So that's the vibe coming through. Maybe it's something else for you that where it's hindsight is 2020, or maybe something else for you where you're seeing where you were correct, what you were feeling, seeking, knowing, whatever it is, your intuition was on point and now it's unfolding and the truth is coming to light in whatever area of life or situation coming through for March. So now let's go ahead and get into each week.
I'm okay, Mama.
I'm glad you're okay, my love.
I've been quiet.
Yeah, very good job. I'm so proud of you. Okay. Okay, getting into each week. Whew. Week 1. We have here the message of divorce for week 1 in March. Now, for some of you, this is a breakup. This is you're processing a breakup, thinking about the possibility of a breakup or divorce, separation, heartbreak, that kind of a thing. You're realizing that something either is not going to last or maybe it shouldn't. Like maybe you shouldn't hold on to it anymore. So for some people, this is like an actual romantic relationship, marriage, or even some situationships. Like divorce in this sense is more of just a symbolic energy, whether it's literally going on in your life or more of a symbolic thing for something else, something that you need to that may be coming to an end or needs to come to an end or take space from, apart from, break up from. Some of you, maybe you're breaking up with or divorcing a really bad habit. Some of you, maybe you're breaking up with, or it's like a friendship breakup. Maybe you're leaving a job. Maybe a job broke up with you. Maybe you're just realizing something is not going to make it to the bigger picture in your life. Whatever it is, this is a focus on where in your life do you feel like something needs to close out or is closing out, and where in your life do you feel like you either want to commit to or recommit to something that is more beneficial for the life you're trying to create. So that's what I see with that. And then also we have here the Page of Wands for week 1. So this is just the beginnings to start something. Like, I really get this feeling where you're really seeing where you just don't want to do something anymore. Like, if you don't want to do it, that's okay. Maybe you're taking in a new approach to your next steps for the future. It's the very beginning stages of it. You're putting one foot forward at a time. You don't know exactly how long it's going to take. You don't know exactly all that needs to be done, but you're ready to take action to this new direction, new change. Again, apply this to whatever area of life you feel this is resonating for you. So, and it's okay that certain things you used to like to do, want to do, you don't anymore. Certain things, certain people used to like being around, you don't want to anymore. That's okay. And maybe it's reversed in some cases, but it's time to redirect, go in a new direction, learn from the past, stop doing the same old thing, expecting different results. And there is no quick fix. There is no quick fix. Okay? Now let's go into week 2. Week 2. Yeah, week 2. 1, 2. Week 2. Be realistic, be grounded in week 2. We have here the message of Earth sign. So I'm not an astrologer. Maybe there's quite a bit of things going on as above, so below with some of the cosmos and Earth signs and all of that. Also, I'm seeing this more symbolically as, you know, we are on planet Earth, so remaining being grounded in where we are now and just being present in the moment with what we're seeing happening around us, in our lives, in our relationships, just all of it, being grounded in the reality, right? So also certain Earth signs, or if you have a lot of Earth signs in your chart, may be impacted by this. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorns, if you've got a lot of that in your chart, maybe you're heavily needing to remain grounded and realistic in week 2. I have a lot of Capricorn in my chart, even though I'm a Cancer sun sign. So there's that. And then also we have here 2 of Cups. So week 2 is a focus on cups, yeah. On personal, close relationships, especially the ones that impact you on a soul level. Romantic, friendship, or family, even in some cases, business partnerships, and so on. There is a close emphasis, and I just heard a siren outside, on the close personal relationships around you, being grounded in the present moment and realistic about what's going on. So what do I mean by this? I mean things like maybe getting off the phone for a bit and spending more quality time with the person or people that are in front of you. Or maybe it's being realistic about how you as well as other people are showing up. Are they reciprocating what you're giving to them, and vice versa? Actually reflecting upon or speaking out about your emotions in ways that are trying to get to a mutual understanding and learning about one another as well. Not just word vomiting everything you're feeling, but also trying to understand where the other person or people in the mix of it all are coming from, where they're coming from. And you don't have to agree with everything. You know, I can think of a couple situations in my life right now with people I love where I'm realizing like we are not on the same page, but I still love you, kind of a thing. So there's that as well. So let's go into week 3. Week 3, we have here a no message. It's not the right time. So that's very clear. Something is not the right time. Also, you may be getting a no response, no answer to something, or maybe something's not really reciprocated at this time, that kind of a thing. Realizing when something is not really flowing in a divine nature, in a divine way, realizing when something may be more of a force for whatever reason. Maybe it's coming from a place of insecurity or ego or fearing starting over, whatever it is. You're needing to realize where something is not flowing in a divine way, and maybe it's being forced as well. Reevaluating motives, whether it's you reevaluating your own motives or that of someone else, that is also coming through. And then we have here King of Cups energy for week 3. So what I just heard was I said what I said, right? So this just feels like, whether it's due to an actual conversation or not, someone meant what they said when they said it. Okay, so seeing something at face value, whether it was you, maybe you were like, I said what I said and I meant it, and standing on that, or maybe it's someone else. And reevaluating from there. And if you realize that what has been said is just not going to work for you, it's a no for you, that's okay. It may not feel okay in the moment, but it is okay. And then you pick up the pieces and you go from there. You need to move forward with confidence. Look ahead. It's time to stop looking backwards so much. It's already been said. You can't take it back. They can't take it back, whatever it is. And ultimately, it just feels like this doesn't, it may sound like this is a negative thing, and it may feel, for some people might feel that way in the moment, depending upon what your certain situation is. But for others, it's not. Like, for others, this is more of just boundaries. Like, realizing that some people set boundaries because they wanted to work. And they wanted to work in order for everybody involved to be comfortable, for themselves to be comfortable, or even for you to feel comfortable. Sometimes certain things have to be a no, or have to be, boundaries and set, to move forward. And then finally going into week 4. Week 4, we have date night. I'm almost done, and then you can come sit next to me when I'm done. Week 4, we have date night. So some of you, maybe it's the push to get back out there, start dating again. For others, maybe it's more of you focusing on the self. Maybe it's you taking yourself on a date, and that's fine too. Others of you planning a date night, or just doing something you enjoy, and figuring out what you have true interest in. And I think that's more of the bottom line of it. Like, doing something you have true interest in. Go over there, baby. Go over there. That's more of the bottom line. So whether it's an actual date or just doing something you enjoy, either with someone or solo, that is the focus, because you've been trying to go about things like everything is fine, but things have been weighing on you. And also this kind of feels like seeing something.
I'm saying right here.
Okay.
To wait. Here.
Okay, baby. This also kind of feels like seeing something online.
Seeing something.
No, baby. This also seems like seeing something online, or receiving a message, or communicating with someone that kind of brings things down. And now it's time to lift things back up, because stop pretending like everything is fine if it's not. It's time to have those honest, uncomfortable talks and conversations, so that you can get back to the uplifting spirits and life, and loving life and enjoying things after all is said and done. So that's what I see. If you made it this far, because this is the first thing I saw, send me a bee emoji. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things, and I will talk to you another time. Bye.